compare the cameras between the Note 20 Ultra and the Umidigi S5 Pro. The reason I'm comparing these two phones is because this is the best from Samsung and this is the best from Umidigi. And if you're a Samsung fan, you probably never heard of Umidigi, but you know, they're a Chinese smartphone brand. They've improved a lot over the past few years, and you know, they have a decent camera with this phone. So yeah, let's compare. This is 4K 60 on the Note 20 Ultra. I'm not gonna do 8K because there's not really any point. So this 4K 60 video is just like any other phone, except I don't know if it's just me or the video seems a bit more dim than other phones. So as you can see, I'm walking in the sunlight. I don't know, does the aperture seem okay to you? But anyway, as you see, autofocus is excellent. Boom, there we go again. Focus is flawless. Almost flawless, but you get the point. So yeah, video here is great. And this is the front camera, 4K 60 on the Note 20 Ultra. As you can see, I switched simultaneously. You can do that, which is you can rotate from between the front and the back camera while you're recording video. So that's a great feature to have, and you know, overall video looks good. Just the audio of from the Note, you know, feels kind of off, but that's just me, I guess, when you're listening with headphones like this. So yeah, let me know what you think. So this is 4K on the Umidigi S5 Pro. The frame rate is kind of low, unfortunately, because you know, even though this is MediaTek's best chip, the Helio G9DT, it's still too much to handle 4K, I guess. So the video is kind of stuttery. So this is what happens when we switch to Full HD. Alright, so this is Full HD, and as you can see, the video does look a bit better now. You know, the frame rate is more consistent now. So if you want to get the best video out of this phone, I recommend you stick to Full HD. And as for the autofocus, the autofocus isn't that good, but if you tap on the screen, it does focus. So as you can see, oh sorry, there's a fly on me. So you know, I guess you could call it autofocus, you know, just getting close, tap on the screen, and it does focus. And it works every single time, so there's nothing to worry about. This is front-facing video on the Umidigi S5 Pro, Full HD. It looks pretty nice. We have it, you know, on our little pop-up camera, which is pretty cool. And I think the video looks pretty decent. Let me know what you guys think. You know, for $250, maybe even lower than that, video looks fine, you know. 4K 60 on the Note 20 Ultra, nighttime. So as you can see, it's pretty grainy, more or less, but that's normal for smartphones. Now this is how it looks like if we recorded in 1080p 30 frames per second. Alright, this is 1080p 30 frames per second, and looks a tiny bit better, but overall, you know, these smartphones are not meant to record during nighttime. The only phone that did that adequately or even close to adequate was the Zenfone 7 Pro. But yeah, decent video overall. This is the front facing camera, you know, same story overall, just a bit more grainy because, you know, smaller sensor and all that. So but I do look good, especially when I'm standing in front of this light. So if I move over here to the dark, you're gonna notice its weakness right away. But if you had to record video, you can. I mean, you can make out what's around me, you can make out my face, given that there's a light source. Yeah, that's pretty much it. This is 4K 30 or whatever, you know, probably 4K 10 on the Umidigi S5 Pro. But it is stuttering, so we're gonna switch to Full HD right now. Alright, so this is Full HD. This is how all of you should be using your Umidigi S5 Pro. So as you can see, there's a major difference. You know, the Note is able to capture more light into the lens, so we get overall better night mode, better night video. But the Umidigi is not doing that bad of a job either. So yeah, I mean, I'm pointing at that light source, but if I go over here to the dark, you're gonna see the Umidigi is handling itself just fine. It didn't look so good, to be honest, but yeah, I mean, for $250, I mean, it's fine, you know. Alright, front-facing video on the Umidigi S5 Pro. I am a bit I'm a lot grainy, but I am impressed by one thing. My face is clear and the background is clear, which is something I did not expect. So if we move over here to the dark, that's still the case. So, you know, pretty impressive, Umidigi. Gotta hand it to you. Okay, now you see that ghosting effect. My soul is leaving my body. You see that? The Note had this issue too, but it's not really an issue, just an occurrence. I mean, no one's actually gonna film themselves in like the middle of the night when there's no light available. So I mean, it's acceptable, it's fine, you know. And when you move over here to the light source, so if you saw before, I was a bit overexposed a second there, but the lens corrected itself, so now I look pretty decent. So let me know what you guys think. So there you have it, that is our comparison. So obviously the Note 20 Ultra is better. This video isn't to see which phone is better, it's to see if you really need to spend over $1,000 on a phone to get a decent camera. So if the Umidigi S5 Pro's camera was good enough for you, then maybe you don't need to buy a Note if cameras are your main priority. So if you have any more questions, leave them in the comments, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.